The Tupac video, man, pour out a little liquor. I had no idea you was in that video. But before we get into that, in our last interview, you spoke about how you was in a To Living Down LA video. And you said in that interview that you was actually the one that was driving the car, but you still got people asking who was you in the car. So if you don't mind, let the people know again who was you in the car.
I'm the driver with the orange on, driving Tupac around LA. The girl in the green is Shamika. That was me, the driver. I was the driver.
Pour out a little liquor. How did that video come about? And just tell me about your experience being on set when y'all was shooting that video.
Well, Pocket was talking about he was gonna do the video and it was gonna be like Roaring 20s theme. So, he had told us that, the video started at 9 o'clock and us being black girls at the time on our little time that we were on, it was like, I think like maybe about 4 or 5 of us supposed to star in the video. And we ended up getting there late. And when we did, Pac chewed our asses out. He was like, look, Lashelle, you got to understand, the cameraman got to be paid. The light man got to be paid. The catering people got to be paid. These people are on the schedule and the timing. Nobody's going to wait for you to get here. This video, he just chewed me up about getting on point with the timing type thing. And, we just chilled out. It was him and his Thug Life family. And we just, Big Psych and all of us, we just kind of chilled around. I think Mo Preem definitely was there, and smoked. It was always an adventure with Tupac. Where when you went with Pac, it was like an adventure. It was like he could stop somewhere and it could be 20 cars following him, and Pac would run in a place and get a conversation going with somebody and leave you in the car like for 15, 20 minutes, like you not even out there, because that's just how he was. He was very personable, and he didn't really meet a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was one of those cats that never really met a stranger, so you almost didn't know what you were gonna get when you were hanging with Pac. It could go anyway.
You have people that's pushing this narrative that Tupac, he moved to LA once he joined Death Row. I don't know why people keep saying this, but you actually knew Tupac, and you got stories about you hanging out with Tupac while he was in LA before he joined Death Row. So if you don't mind, can you kill this narrative that Tupac moved to LA once he joined Death Row?
No, let me tell you, when the riots went down, Tupac was out in his Range Rover during the riots playing Ice Cube, because at that time when the riots was going down, Ice Cube's CD at that time was the hottest thing. And he had a song that said, you can't turn the ghetto into Black Korea. And it was like everybody was just banging Ice Cube. Every car you would go down the street. And so when I saw Tupac, what was he playing? Ice Cube too. You can't turn the ghetto into Black Korea. With his fists out the roof, everything while the buildings was on fire. Pac was out there with his fists out there supporting everything that was going on. So Pac has always been about LA. He's always been about LA. It wasn't a Death Row thing at all. You know what I mean? I met Pac in LA.